everyone, and welcome to another edition of SVG Sports Tech on Demand. I have the pleasure to speak with David Saphirstein. He is the founder of Venue Edge. David, how is the year so far? How are you doing? And how's Florida? How's Florida doing?
Hey, Christian. Hey, Florida's great. No complaints here. Weather's beautiful. It's great. And so far, the year has actually been off to a pretty good start, considering.
Good to hear. Let's take a couple steps back because it was college football season a couple months ago. Feels like a couple years ago, just based on the pandemic, but that did happen. A lot of partnerships with that. And then a couple weeks ago, the college basketball season just ended. You guys are doing a lot of partnerships with that. Tell me what the company's been up to, who you guys been working with, and how are you transforming the in-venue experience for those folks?
Sure. So we entered into our, I think, fifth or sixth season with Florida Citrus Sports as part of the bowl season and the games they do, which are the Verbo Citrus Bowl and the Cheez-It Bowl, as well as some other events. Some stuff was canceled. The Florida Classic got canceled, but we helped them create a virtual experience. Battle of the Bands is a big part of that game. So we did some virtual stuff with Battle of the Bands and some of the coaches. So bottom line is they were able to still work with their sponsors and support some of those agreements, as well as get exposure for the schools, which is important. The bowl season, we were fortunate enough to have some fans for both those games in Orlando, but we also aided them in some second screen opportunities. So we still connected with fans who couldn't be at the game or even fans who may never go. So it created some new opportunities. And again, new sponsorship opportunities. We're already talking about how to integrate that next year, or I guess this year, right. Next bowl season, even if the stadiums are full. And then you mentioned basketball, certainly just got off of that. It turned out there were 5 conference championships in Las Vegas, and we were fortunate enough to be able to work with 2 of them. The Mountain West Conference, it was our second year assisting them with the in-venue experience, and then a new partner this year was the Big West Conference, both in Vegas, actually the same week as each other, and that was great. Neither had fans in the arena, but the goal was, how do we make it a big experience still for the student athlete? Get them to feel like it's a big time event. Some of those seniors, some of those guys won't be coming back, or girls. So it was good to get them to feel like it was still as normal and regular of an event as we could. We also did some second screen stuff with the Mountain West Conference as well to help them connect. Especially, it was good for the families to be able to watch and interact, right. Those who couldn't be at the arena.
Right. So you mentioned kind of helping out the players when there's no fans there, and helping the fans when they're not allowed to get into the venue. Let's talk about the future right now. Short term, the vaccine's rolling out, which is a good sign, but there's still venues with limited crowd or no fans at all still. But like I mentioned, in the short term, where do you see this going? Because they can't physically be together in terms of connection and interactivity. That way you can't elbow people or whatnot. How do you think these kind of digital activations or the kind of overall fan experience will continue in the short term? That's part one. And then long term, when fans do end up coming back, is it more of a hybrid approach? Do you see some of these second screens continuing? What are your thoughts on both ends?
I actually think the answer for both is the hybrid. Right. As we're going back, we're starting up with Orlando City Soccer in a couple of weeks. The MLS. I think it's our 5th season with them as well. So we're excited about that. And that they'll have some fans, but they'll still be those that they're trying to connect with who aren't in the arena. Right. And then as we go forward, I think even if it's a full stadium arena, I think we're going to still see some of that second screen opportunities out there, because you can just connect with so many more people, as well as taking that second screen inside the arena. Right. And we're seeing that as well. So what people are seeing at home, they can also interact with, whether it's chats or trivia or contests, and all of those are sponsor driven when possible. And people love to do that stuff. Especially we saw the numbers really go up when there are prizes available. Yep. So I think you're going to see a lot of giveaways and more opportunities with the second screen, whether they're inside or out.
Right. When free things are involved, a lot of people come flocking to that. And everyone's on either their cell phones or their iPads or whatnot. It's like attached to their hands. So it'll be interesting to see how the two mesh together, because you're going to have eyeballs on the big LED video boards in the arena, but also on those little screens. So, David,
Right.
I appreciate you taking the time, sir. Stay healthy, stay safe. Best of luck the rest of 2021, and hopefully, when it's safe enough to do so, we can talk in person. We've had a lot of conversations virtually. Look forward to seeing you in person, man.
That would be great. Come on down to Florida, Christian.